Get ready with me while I give you the story time how I found out my man was gay. If you see this on your FYP, comment FYP. Hey y'all, so this had happened a year ago. We're gonna call him Kevin. So y'all, about a year ago, I was volunteering at an animal shelter and I had met Kevin. So y'all, we were declawing the cats and basically we had started talking. But y'all, when he had started talking to me, I was like, he's kind of cute. Tall, curly hair, like... So we were just talking whatever and he was like, can I get your number? So y'all, I was joking with him. I was like, that's not very co-workerly of you, you know? And he was like, who said I just wanted to be co-workers? Like, y'all. So y'all, after he said that, I was going and I gave him my number. Y'all are probably like, how'd you find out he was gay? But there was really some signs there that I should have noticed earlier. We had first started talking, like when he got my number, everything was going good. Y'all, this is so corny thinking about it now, but like, I thought it was cute. I was like, oh, can you help me decide what picture I should post on Instagram? And he was like, yeah, show me your pretty self. And you're like, what's wrong with that? He's complimenting you, he's being nice. It's what he said after that threw me off. So I sent him the pictures or whatever. Y'all, why does he say, yas, girl, you look so good? But I was kind of thrown off, not gonna lie. I was kind of joking with him. I was like, what do you mean by that? And he was like, oh, my bad, you know, my sister took my phone. I was like, your sister took your phone? He was like, yeah, but you look really fine or whatever. So y'all, I just overlooked that. I was like, you know what? Nah. So y'all, after a month of us talking, we started dating. I know that was a big jump, but yeah. So y'all, we were still volunteering at the animal shelter at the time. So y'all, this guy had came in, he was like, yeah, I'm thinking about adopting a dog or whatever. But adoption, you basically had to go through this whole process where you had to do a background check, sign papers, all that boring stuff. And another thing, he was really young. Like, he was like around our age. And we were like, where are your parents? We need to run this by them, you know? He was like, well, they're not here right now. So we're like, we can't let you adopt a dog and you're underage. And y'all, Kevin is basically like just saying the same thing I am. He's like, yeah, you can't do that. So the dude was like, okay, I get that, but I still want to look at some dogs. So our manager is like, Kevin, go show him the dogs back there. So y'all, Kevin is showing him the dogs, but like, they're back there cracking up, laughing, just like smiling at each other. And I'm just thinking to myself, he is such a dedicated worker. Like, he just makes the experience better for everybody by having a good, positive attitude. Y'all, it just made me fall for him harder. So y'all, we're on FaceTime one day and he's like, yeah, I want you to meet my parents. And y'all, I'm kind of freaking out because I'm like, oh my goodness, I get to meet my boyfriend's parents. Y'all, I go over one day for Sunday dinner. His parents are so nice. They're like, oh my goodness, hi Destiny, you're so pretty. And I'm like, oh my goodness, thank you. And y'all, it was going really good until his sister said the weirdest thing. And y'all, why does Kevin's sister say, this isn't your usual type? So y'all, I feel like, what does she mean by that? Like, little girl, do you need that? So he tells his sister, oh, be quiet, da da da. He's like looking kind of scared. He's like, be quiet. And so y'all, I'm like really thrown off. And his sister was like, oh yeah, he usually just goes for older girls. So I'm like, oh, okay. I was like kind of thrown off though, y'all. But another thing that threw me off about him was we were on FaceTime one day and he was like in his sister room just like joking around, messing with her. He was like, Kevin, stop bothering her. Da, da, da. Y'all, why does his sister come around the corner and say, stop playing in my makeup again, Kevin? And I'm looking at him and he's looking back at me. And I'm like, what do you mean again? And he's like, babe, she playing around too much. I don't know what she's talking about. So y'all, I just brush it off because I'm thinking, oh, they're playing around or whatever. She's not being serious, is what I thought. But y'all, Kevin texts me. He's like, we got to meet up and talk. So I'm like, what do we got to talk about? And y'all, he basically says, I can't do this anymore. I don't think I can be in a relationship with you. And y'all, I'm just really thrown off because I never seen it coming. And y'all, we were still volunteering after this, but I was about to switch to like working at the old folks home. And y'all, why do I see Kevin and that dude there together on my last shift there? And they're just looking at me, laughing. So y'all, the dude finally comes with his parents to get the dog. And like I said, Kevin and him were laughing at me. And I'm like, what are y'all laughing at? Da da da. And he's like, you. I'm like, Kevin, why are you being so sassy? And y'all, he just walks away from me. Both of them walk away from me. So y'all, they walk away from me. Why do I see them kiss? So y'all, I leave because I literally am gonna break down in tears.